Chapter 4 Master Blasters. The upupa chicks snuggle together in their nest inside a hollow tree. They're only a few days old. It will be weeks before they can fly. In the forest outside, the chicks can hear their parents softly calling, "Hoop, hoop, hoop." The parent birds repeat the call again and again as they gather insects for their chicks to eat. A moment later, the chicks hear something else. The scratching of sharp claws on tree bark. Something is climbing their tree. Suddenly the parents are loudly whoop, whoop, whooping. The chicks hear an angry flutter of wings followed by a snarl and a hiss. The parent upupas keep up the attack, but to no avail. A dark shape appears at the nest entrance. Green eyes framed by long whiskers peer in at the chicks. It's a cat on the prowl for lunch. The chicks are ready, though. They know instinctively what to do. Altogether, they turn their backs towards the intruder. The chicks lean forward, lift their tiny rumps, and shoot streams of foul-smelling feces directly into the cat's face. There's a howl and a screech. The cat hits the ground running, trying desperately to escape the incredible stench. The upupa is a pigeon-sized bird with a flashy crest of feathers. It's famous for its revolting, smelly defense. Upupa's chicks can fire reeking streams of feces more than 18 inches or 46 centimeters with deadly accuracy. Getting plastered with upupa's poop is enough to drive away the most determined predator. Scientists wonder why upupa feces smell so terrible. They discovered that upupas have an oil-producing gland just under their tail. The gland contains an unusual mix of smelly chemical compounds. Some of these chemicals are produced by the gland. Others, however, are produced by the bacteria that live inside it. The fulmar's flip side. A fulmar chick sits alone on a rocky ledge on a windswept cliff. One wrong step and it could easily fall. It would plunge to its death in the cold ocean far below, since it's not yet able to fly. So the chick is careful. It simply sits, hardly moving, waiting for its parents' return. They are catching fish far out at sea. Other birds, however, are looking for food closer to home. A broad-winged skua soars past the cliff. Skua eat mostly fish, but given a chance, they will gobble up the chicks of almost any other bird. The skua swoops in and lands on the ledge. It sizes up the chick with its black, beady eyes. The chick seems to shrink into itself and gives out a faint chirp. Emboldened, the skua steps closer. It takes first one step, then two. A third step brings it within range. The fulmar chick opens its mouth wide as if it's going to scream. But it isn't a sound that comes out of the chick's mouth. A stream of putrid orange-yellow vomit erupts from its throat and sails through the air. The foul-smelling, stinky stuff hits the skua hard, splattering all over one wing. The skua takes off surprised and alarmed. It has no idea its days may be numbered. The science behind the story. The word fulma means foul gull. The name refers to the fulmar chick's horrid, fishy-smelling vomit, which they spew onto anything that threatens them. A fulmar chick can hit a moving target up to 6 feet or 2 meters away. It can also hurl out a half a dozen blasts of vomit in quick succession. Scientists have discovered that fulmar chicks can even defend themselves with vomit while hatching, before they are completely free of their shells. Fulmar vomit is mostly a mixture of oily substances secreted by the bird's stomach wall. It's a vile odor and it's as sticky as glue. Once the vomit gets on another bird's feathers, no amount of cleaning and preening will remove it. In studying the effects of fulmar vomit on bird feathers, scientists were surprised to discover it can be a potentially deadly defensive weapon. Chemicals in the oil gradually destroy the waterproof coating on the feathers of many types of birds. Without the coating, feathers become matted, waterlogged, and useless. When seabirds whose feathers are contaminated with fulmar chick vomit land on the ocean surface, they may not be able to take off again. Eventually, they'll drown. Fortunately for fulmars, they are immune to their own vomit. Scientists can't explain why, but fulmars can clean off the oily stuff and their feathers suffer no ill effects. This means that the parent fulmars don't have to worry while their chicks are perfecting their aim. Chapter 5. Knockout Punch. 2 bulging pink eyes sit atop neon blue stalks. The eyes belong to a peacock mantis shrimp that is crouched in its small rocky den. The mantis shrimp holds its large forelimbs high and close to its body. The rounded hammers at the elbows of the forelimbs are cocked and ready. Their eyes swivel left, right, up, and down as the mantis scans its surroundings for movement. Movement often means food. Something slithers around a nearby rock. The mantis shrimp scoots forward to get a better look. This something is not food, however. It's the tip of an arm. A long suckered arm attached to a big octopus. The whole octopus slides into view. It spots the mantis shrimp and moves closer. The mantis shrimp is much smaller than the octopus, yet it stands its ground. It waits and watches the bigger predator with its non-stop eyes. The octopus shoots out an arm and makes a grab for the mantis shrimp. Bam! The mantis shrimp retaliates with an underhand blow. The hammers on its forelimbs move incredibly fast. They strike tender octopus flesh with tremendous force. The octopus jerks back. The mantis shrimp scoots forward and strikes out again. Wham! The octopus draws in its arms and flushes dark red. It's no match for the mantis shrimp's knockout punch. Defeated, it slithers away. The science behind the story. Mantis shrimps are cousins of lobsters and shrimp. There are many different mantis shrimp species, and most would fit on the palm of your hand. But you probably wouldn't want to hold one. Mantis shrimp are ferocious predators, armed with unique and powerful weapons. The weapons are the forelimbs, of course. They come in 2 varieties. Spear-type mantis shrimp have spine-studded forelimbs that open and close like a bear trap. Smasher types, like the peacock mantis shrimp, have forearms equipped with rounded club-like elbows. They use these hammers for smashing the hard shells of snails, crabs, and clams. Once the shells have been broken, the mantis shrimp devours the soft flesh inside. What works for killing prey also helps the mantis shrimp defend itself against predators. When it feels threatened, it lashes out with astonishing speed and force. Just how fast can a smasher-type shrimp deliver its punch? That's what biologist Sheila Patek wanted to know. Working at the University of California at Berkeley, Patek and her fellow biologist Roy Caldwell use high-speed cameras to film peacock mantis shrimp striking out with their hammers. When the scientists viewed the film in slow motion, they were able to calculate the speed at which the hammers move. And the answer is about 50 miles per hour, or 23 meters per second. A single punch takes just 1.8 milliseconds to occur. Imagine pumping your fist that fast underwater. The peacock mantis shrimp's hammer strike is one of the fastest known movements made by living things in the ocean. A peacock mantis shrimp's punch isn't just fast. It's so powerful it can crack the rock-hard shells of snails and other animals the mantis shrimp eats. Working at Duke University, Patek designed experiments to measure the power of that punch. She tricked a mantis shrimp living in an aquarium into punching an instrument that measures the force of the blow. The technical term is impact force. Patek recorded mantis shrimp punches again and again. She could hardly believe the results. The mantis shrimp typically struck the instrument with well over 200 pounds, or 890 newtons of force. The hammer impact is massive, she says. These animals are producing thousands of times their body weight in peak impact force. As far as I know, this still holds the record as the highest force generation of any organism that has been measured on the planet. Patek has been punched by different species of mantis shrimp quite a few times. What does it feel like? Being punched is not so bad. It feels a little like a bee sting, she said. Rows of aquariums line Patek's laboratory. They are home to dozens of smasher-type mantis shrimp that technically can hit hard enough to break glass. I've never had any mantis shrimp break our aquariums, Patek admitted. They don't normally strike the glass unless provoked, so obviously we try to avoid that behavior. In other words, in Patek's lab, full of mantis shrimp, nobody taps on the glass.